Good morning. This morning we have serious turning points. As you know, I was short since yesterday. In a sense, it was good for me because the market is down big. But I want to show you a couple of points to see for yourself that I think are critical for your decision. Here's the 30 minutes charts. This is very important to look at early in the morning. This is the 30 minutes chart, so it's a big picture analysis. The support is at 24. This is the S&P. Let me show you, it's important. There was earlier a support at 2460. I will tell you that. Unfortunately, I'm looking at it right now and it's not showing the support again. The chart will change over time depending on the speed of acceleration. So now I'm looking at it, and what used to be a support at 2460 is gone, which scares me a whole lot. But let me look at the 60 minutes first. I see support, the 60 minutes still holding, it has not been negated yet, and it is at 2464 as I was suggesting earlier. But if that breaks, Lord, look how far we're going on the 60 minutes to the 2359. That's 100 points lower. Even if I look at the 30 minutes, let me do something here so I could see it better quickly. Let me remove the actual numbers and let's look at the projections. Just projections. Okay, now we can see it a little bit better. The projection on this 30 minutes is still at 2460. So the 60 and the 30 agree on something important, which is 10 points from here. Remember, the low overnight was 10, on the S&P was 2467. We are approaching the lows again as the market coming to an end with a support at 2460, just 10 points away, which is nothing in today's movement. Therefore, we may hit it and bounce back. If we do not bounce back, and if you break it, the next support on the 30 minutes is at the 2360, 100 points lower. And for the NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ support is at 7490, roughly speaking. And the NASDAQ has a way to go. The low was 75.24, so the Nasdaq has 25 points below the low. The S&P has 110 points, which is equivalent because they're two and a half to 1 ratio in terms of movement. So we're both in the same boat. Nasdaq is 74.90, S&P 2460. If that breaks on the Nasdaq, the next point is 71.72. That is a significant decline of about 71, 72. We are at 75. So 400 points. So roughly speaking, 100 points on the S&P and 400 points on the Nasdaq, which tells me that the Nasdaq, if that works the way it's expected, then the Nasdaq will be moving faster than the S&P, because the ratio in this 400 to 100 is 4 times as much, where the normal ratio is 2.5 to 1. So we will find out earlier from the S&P possibly which one is going to break, and then we know where we're going from there. So this is very critical. If you want to go short, you want to go short the Nasdaq, because it has more to go on the downside, right? This is it. The market should be opening soon. Let me set it up so we could trade. We did good last night, to be honest, in a sad way, because a lot of people are losing money. But here's what we did yesterday, because I was short. Here we go. Just after midnight, we did all of that, just up all the way, because all I was doing was covering the short and shorting from a higher price, and that was a total of $636, and that was just trading the micro because of the level of speed. Anyway, we'll see what we're gonna do today. I know I'm gonna be short if we break that point. We are getting closer to breaking the point. Let me now fix the screen so you could see both at the same time. This is the 3 minutes and the 500 tick. Let's go with that. The market just opened. Okay, so the S&P did not go to the 60. Here we are on the trading software. So it's shooting up. Because remember, shooting up, but it's not too far from support. So $73 on the S&P, 78 on the Nasdaq. Remember, the Nasdaq lows were 75.24, so we are 60 points off the low, and we need to fall about another 30 points below the low to hit the target. The market is rebounding. Maybe that's a good thing. S&P at 2480, so maybe the 67 was a good support short term on the 30 minutes, and time for it to move up. But most unlikely there will be a wave 3, if any. wave 4 I should say. Let me show you what I mean. This is the 30 minutes. I'll show you 30 minutes. You'll see that it is a wave 3 that is actually not even a wave 3. It could be a wave 4 coming up here and falling back right now if it is. And it sure did, just right as I said. It came right back. All right, so that means now we might be going down to 74.20 on the NASDAQ. Let me try the S&P though, it's more reliable. The big players play it more. It's still not out of the woods, to be honest. Back to 7476. So here we are on the S&P. On the 3 minutes, wave 5 may end at 2462, which is the same as the 30 minutes. So this might be a magnet just taking us down there. We'll see what's going on. The tick is quite negative on the NYSE 1330. That's high score. So you know, I kind of can go in for a quick buck on the long side because of this high tick. You can do that, but the projections are not clear cut. Let's see, we still have a negative parabolic on the 3 minutes, so I'm just gonna have to hold on a little bit before I jump. In fact, so we're not doing much at this point. And we need to wait, to be honest. Something has to give. Okay, the S&P is coming down. But fighting the 70, 80 range, obviously, because everyone knows this is support area. Will we go and make a wave 4 on the S&P, which could take us all the way to 2508 at a minimum? Maybe. It seems to be the making. Starting. I told you I want to go long because of the excessive negative tick. It seems wave 4 may have started. Yes, it seems to have started. We'll wait for a slight retracement and then go long. With bearing in mind that this is a short-term bounce for this morning. I went ahead think I went ahead and bought one contract, just micro, small one. Yeah, I bought it at, well, it says 86, that doesn't sound right. I don't have a position, maybe it did not go through, but that's fine. Maybe I didn't click it hard enough. Nope, I have no position. I kind of missed it, but that's okay. We could do it again.
Order filled.
Now I am in. It's only one micro contract. I'm not worried too much about it. The Nasdaq came a long way from a very short moment. The low on the Nasdaq was 524, and now it is at 620, almost 100 points off the low. Oh, I bought two contracts actually. I didn't want to buy two contracts, it's too volatile. But we'll ride them a little bit if we can, possibly to the 2504, possibly. I'll try to buy a third one.
Order filled.
I bought a third one to average down. Don't tell me that's the whole run up. It's coming down. Interesting. I know that my average cost is 89 and a half. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I thought it was supposed to go up. It feels weak. It sure feels weak. The stochastic is overbought. That might be a problem. But maybe we'll take off. See right here? This is overbought. Nope. It's not gonna do it. Could that be it? No. That was very weak. If that's it. Let's see, it should be a little bit higher. It should be a little bit higher. We need to go to 2508. Okay, come on. You could do it. You still have 10 more points. Okay, we turned positive, but I don't like it at all. It's so weak. Okay.
Order filled.
I got rid of one contract I don't like it. It's very weak. It may still go up, but I don't like it at all. In fact,
Order filled.
I'm gonna sell all of them.
Filled.
I sold all of them. I made about $70, $80. I just don't like the fact it's so weak. There's no momentum. Maybe it will build. And maybe I was a premature, but rather be safe than sorry. I'll let it prove itself. I mean, it's going up, but it is for a market that's down significantly. A move of 10, 20 points is nothing. And it came down again. It's 24.87. See, the only silver lining here is that parabolic is positive on the 3 minutes, but of course negative on the 30 minutes. So big picture, we're not going a whole lot until something really happens, but we could. But the fact it just did not take off says a lot. Let me look at the internals here and see the put call advanced decline ratio. See if we could get it here. Where is that? It's too small. See, it came back, fell down again. Let me look at the big picture for a second on that one, folks. Advanced decline ratio. Advanced 200, decline 26. That's 13-to-1 ratio. The trend is neutral to bearish. For the Nasdaq, it's 27-to-4. That's 7-to-1. But the trend is positive 0.28. So maybe there's hope for the Nasdaq, and it has done so. The Nasdaq is looking better. The put call ratio is mixed. The index players are bullish and therefore it's bearish as a contraindicator. The equity players are bearish because they're betting the market going down, and that's a bullish indicator. So we're not getting much signal from that at this point. I tend to follow the traders, at least short term. Okay, so let's go back to the chart. And see what's happening. Oh, look at the S&P came down. See, guys, I told you it did not feel right. It just did not feel it wants to go up. Just no momentum, and that's critical. So now we are back to testing the low. We're back to 2481. I'm not gonna be able to trade that. There's nothing in the card for me to trade. I can't make sense out of it. Remember, support on the S&P is 2460, 65, and the Nasdaq is 74.85 something. So Nasdaq is way off the low. S&P is coming down. On the 5,000 tick, 500 tick, then the S&P shows a failed wave to the upside, which what we have experienced. But on the minutes, 3 minutes, you could see it still allowing for move, but it's an ABC. It's not a solid wave count, 5-way count. So we're really not gonna make any sense out of it. And you're also looking at the 30 minutes with resistance at 2505, but hasn't gone there either. To make things worse, you see the stochastic here with the bar at the bottom indicating a negative move, meaning there's more to come to the downside. So even after we go up, we're gonna hit a bottom, we're gonna hit the top and come back quickly. So there, I cannot trade this. There's no signal one way or the other. The money I made was a quick one. I'm just gonna have to sit on my hands and decide. There's no clear cut indication where the market's going at this point. It's not able to take off, and it's not breaking the support of the 2460 on the S&P. So we'll just have to wait. Maybe there's some news at 10 o'clock. But to be honest, I don't see anything. The Nasdaq is slightly weaker. Surprisingly, after a move from the bottom. But notice the market went down to 70, 73, went up to 94, 95, came back to 84, back to 88. It seems the range is even shrinking of the move. And whenever you have a shrinking in the range, there will be one move, significant move, either to the upside or to the downside. We're not clear yet. We'll see what happens. There is no clear indicator. I wish I can tell you where it's going. I don't think anybody can tell you. It's just there's no indication. I tell you, I was short as of yesterday, and let me show you now while we wait for the market to decide what to do. Let me show you the daily. Here's the daily. You could see where, of course, I actually got out from my long position 3 days before when I hit that bar. It came down, came up, and now it's coming down again. If we don't cross these points here, that would be fantastic. I want to show you something here that on every day, this is the low, we go up. Here's the low, we went up, and the second day we went down but not that much and went further up, so that's a good sign. But the third day we still did not break the earlier low and did not break the earlier high, so that particular day was an inside day, as we call it. And then we got yesterday where we went above it and closed below it, which was what led me to the negative. So now we are here. Please notice we have one low here, one low here, one low here, one low here, one low here. If we could keep it, that may be an upward trending line, which is fantastic. This is at the 2467 now, but the point we need to hopefully hold is the 2441. That's the low of 2 days ago. So if we could hold it on the S&P, that could be promising short term. We're not there yet. Let's see how the Nasdaq behaved. Nasdaq behaved more or less the same thing, and for the Nasdaq we have a way to go before we break yesterday's low, which is 73.53. We are now at 75.90, so we have significant move on the Nasdaq. So in that sense, the Nasdaq looked a little bit better. So we will see, but notice that the Fibonacci retracement for the Nasdaq is at 8100 really, and for the S&P at 2640, right? So after that we can go up to 2750, at which time we have to decide whether wave 4 is over or there will be no wave 5. So we are very critical. So far resistance was at the first Fibonacci retracement of 0.318, and we're coming down. We'll see what happens. The stochastic is overbought, and of course that bar here is a negative, so that explains the move to the upside, to the downside. The silver lining, the parabolic on the daily is still positive, which is a good thing. And as far as the Nasdaq is concerned, is the parabolic still positive? Yes, it's still, so that's a good thing. All right, so let's go back to the 30 chart and see if it gives us any indication. The 30-minute chart did not even make it to the first Fibonacci retracement on the Nasdaq, which is depressing. Got the first support channel in this software and came down. As far as the S&P is concerned, did not even make it to the channel. So somewhere the channel 2504 and 2460, this 40 points, we're probably gonna spend some time there. Not sure where we're going. So yes, we're gonna spend some time there. I don't think there's a trend one way or the other on that one. I wish I can tell you whether you could go long or short. I have better odds at Las Vegas than at this. So really, there is nothing to be done here. We've seen that. Nothing to be done here for obvious reason. On the S&P, we're not able to go to the first Fibonacci retracement, and we are protected, if you will, by the end of wave 3 at 2460. We hit 2467. That's pretty close. So we really don't know where to go. Even the 3 minutes is not giving me any indication. So I need to wait a little bit. The market's just not going anywhere right now. And for obvious reasons, because it's weak enough, it's not going up, and it's trying to hold the support of the 2460. Once one thing gives in, then we could take it from there. But until that point, nothing is giving in, and therefore you don't want to trade it. Honestly. Anybody who could trade it is a better trader than me. I can't. In fact, I think maybe I will stop streaming instead of wasting your time. And when something comes up, we'll resume it. I can tell you that on the 30 minutes chart, there was a positive parabolic on the NASDAQ, which might be a good thing. No something on the, let's see, the S&P. S&P is still negative parabolic, so not clear what's going on. NASDAQ is, NASDAQ is showing some sign, but really nothing serious. A lot of noise, a lot of noise. A positive parabolic on the 30 minutes is always good, but doesn't mean short term it will work for you. So you could not trade short term with that, but you should keep it in the back of your mind that is positive, and therefore you may not want to go short for more than a couple of points. I will call it a session for the time being until the market decides where to go. Nothing going on. Just remember 2460 is support on the S&P, and 2505 is the end of wave 4. It needs to go one way or the other if you could take a position. We'll be right back when the picture clears up. Thank you for watching.